Our next guest sits on the board of Walmart. He has been a crucial part of the company's next leg of growth, but he's also made quite the name for himself in the venture capital world and beyond. Joining me now exclusively, Steuart Walton. He is founder and chairman of RZC Investments, and as I mentioned, sits on the Walmart board. And it's great to be speaking with you today.
Likewise, great to be here.
And of course, you are one of the co-hosts of Up.Summit. So I guess maybe we just start here with the significance of this event.
Well, we're excited that this is, I think, our 5th Up.Summit here in Bentonville. It started a little bit ragtag back in 2018, and it's really turned into something special. We kind of almost started as like a flying car summit, believe it or not. And that is a little bit ahead of its time. We had no flying cars at the time, but as, well, here comes a helicopter as we see. But as the events progressed, the technology's progressed along with it, and the relevance of that technology to all these other areas that you see behind me now, such as defense, energy, technology, even education, things like that are being discussed here at the summit. And a summit like this doesn't really happen without vision. And Bentonville doesn't really happen without vision. Walmart doesn't really happen without vision. It's one of the things that's most interesting to me is how do you create something somewhere where otherwise it wouldn't be or wouldn't develop naturally. And I feel like all three of those examples, whether it's Walmart, whether it's what's happening in Bentonville, or whether it's what's happening here at the Up.Summit, are examples where vision, hard work, and energy come together to create something special that wouldn't exist without a lot of intentional effort and purpose and passion to kind of fuel it all. So that's kind of what the Up.Summit represents to me, is just another good example of this. And it's fun to do it right here in Bentonville.
So what are some of the technologies and capabilities here that you are most excited about?
To me, I think, gosh, I heard a panel with Governor Glenn Youngkin today and Commonwealth Fusion. And believe it or not, they met last year at the Up.Summit, and they are progressing this idea of fusion power. Everybody used to always say fusion power was 30 years away, and now it looks like it's about 30 months away. And it's
just wild.
It's wild, and it's absolutely an unlock for the country, for defense purposes, for AI purposes and data centers, and just for lowering cost and improving the cleanliness of electricity around the United States and hopefully around the globe. But that's just one piece of the technology that we're hearing about. Beta Technologies is another one that I've been following for a long time. We invested in them back at the very first Up.Summit, and they just announced this morning they're going public. They're an electric VTOL aircraft and making tremendous strides, both with defense contracts, transportation contracts, and looking to move people here in the next few years as well. So that's another technology and company that I'm particularly passionate about. They've been a great supporter and participant at Up.Summit for the last, I think, since in every single one. And we're excited to see them here, and I was thrilled to see that they're actually going to start the process of going public.
Yeah, reindustrialization, or maybe we call it industrialization 2.0, it seems to be on the cusp of becoming a reality. So how are you thinking about that as an investor when we do talk about things like dual-use technologies?
Well, I am a co-founder of a manufacturing business right here on the airport. We build airplanes, soup to nuts, composite airplanes. It's an aerobatic airplane that we build today. We've delivered about 115 of them to customers all over the world. And we're in the process of developing our firefighting aircraft, a couple years out from certification, we hope. That'll be a real step change in the sort of type of aircraft, the volume of aircraft that we're going to be producing here. So I'm really passionate about manufacturing in general, passionate about aviation, and this whole movement around reindustrializing it, manufacturing, reshoring manufacturing, strengthening America's, just overall manufacturing capabilities is really something I've been passionate about for a long time. We were ahead of the curve starting the company back in 2013, and to see the groundswell of support with this administration, but also that's been happening longer than that over the last probably 5+ years in the United States, the importance of that is just critical, and I'm happy to play a small role in it and like to learn as much as I can about manufacturing in general.